The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
You're on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson.
Yes, Cavy.
Chuck, under 11 points against the conference's second-best scoring defense. What did it take to score efficiently and effectively against one of the better defensive clubs in the SAC?
Obviously, man, I'm happy that we scored big points. I'm very unhappy that we gave up 67 points the second half. Glad we scored 69 points the second half.
Yeah, that was nice.
But, I mean, they scored 23, I think, the last 3:45, under the last media. They scored like 23. But that's one of those games and situations where I don't know what we were up, but we were up double digits. 14-16.
Up 14 at the under 4 media.
And, I mean, when people just put their head down and go 1,000 miles an hour toward the basket, it's really hard to guard them. It's just hard. Because either you're going to foul them, you really can't contain them. You know what I'm saying? Well, we struggle to contain them. Maybe other teams can, but we struggled to contain that. And they just capitalized over and over and over again. And, you know, like we saw when we were down there, I think we were up 12, 15, something late, and same kind of thing. They just absolutely a little bit different. They turned us over a great deal, which they didn't do today. We were able to take better care of the ball, but we couldn't keep them in front. They're late because we were so dead set on trying to stop the three, and then we gave up threes as well. So kudos to them for making it really, really difficult for us to get a nice. Well, it's a good conference win. That's a good conference win. That's a team that's going to be, I think, will be in the SAC tournament. And so I'm happy for our guys. That was a quality win. But golly, I wish it could have been just prettier. I wish it could have been prettier.
It was interesting late. Newberry does make 8 of its final 11 shots, and everything that they were sending up was going in. A credit to Marcus Kirkland's team. Easily could have packed it in, down 14 with under 4 to play.
Yeah.
And yet they didn't.
They don't do that. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I mean, I know how he approaches things. I know the fortitude, the toughness, the commitment to that program and that team. So there was never a point where I felt like, oh, it's over. It's going to be a cakewalk. I never felt like that. I just wish we could have somehow or another gotten some stops. I mean, we obviously made our free throws really well late. But I mean, you know, it was just. You know how it was, Cav. I mean, like, they're scoring, we're scoring. They're scoring, we're scoring. So
it got to be a track meet.
Yeah, I guess whatever. It was ridiculous. But we came out on the good side of it, so I'm happy.
Your triumvirate of Nick Brennigan, Trey Hubbard, and John Zhao combined for 76. First time that you've had the trio or a trio all with 20-plus points since. The LR game here on November 16th.
Yeah.
And kind of seesawed among those players who the guy was in a moment. Let's focus first on Nick. He hits the milestone today and passes Charles Clark and Malik Abraham for second on the all-time 3-points list. It was his threes that sparked your 8-0 and 6-0 runs in the second half to create some separation. Write down the micro and the macro, his performance today, while also acknowledging what he's done in his career from beyond the arc.
Well, first of all, it's hard to find shots against them, but I thought we had enough inside out and enough create enough rotation that you need to make sure they get that. Make sure you take it to their coaches down there, okay? Take it to their coaches. I just thought we created enough rotation where we were able to find some open shots, and our guys capitalized. And as far as it goes with sort of the historical significance of what Nick did today, I mean, Charles Clark, arguably one of the all-time greatest players in the South Atlantic Conference's history. Malik Abraham, one of the greatest shooters in the history of Carson-Newman. And now Nick is sitting behind, is it Ish?
Yeah.
Sitting behind Ish. Probably going to be hard to catch that guy. But, he's left his mark in terms of the overall number of threes. And, of course, against his opponent in this gym last year,
yeah,
he had something nobody ever seen in the history of college basketball at the D1 or D2 level when he made 18 threes. So I can tell you though, Nick's not into that stuff. He's one of us. He wants to go through his processes, put in his work, and help us prepare and win the next game. That's all he's thinking about: rest, preparation, perform. And that's the reason you love a guy like that, because he's just so reliable, and you know what you're going to get. And I haven't in 5 years ever worried a day about that dude, because I just know he's about all the right stuff.
Trey Hubbard continues just a splendid little surge here in the month of February. If he's not sack player of the week this week, I'd like to know the performance that knocks him from that pedestal. 28 points today, 6 assists for the week. He averages more than 8 assists, more than 25 points per game, and was again hyper efficient getting the ball in the basket.
I can't say enough about how Trey is playing. I wouldn't trade him for any point guard anywhere. I just love how he's running this club. We're getting near the end of his collegiate career. Man, he's ending with a bang, and I love it for him. I love it for us. The greedy part of me is like, yes, he's helping us, but I'm just happy for him because he is an all-league performer. I think if anybody understands what he's doing right now for our team in this conference, if anybody understands that, it's going to be the coaches and the opponents, because he's hard to deal with, man. I'm just glad he's on our team.
John Chow, another 20-point game. Quiet 20 for him. What wasn't quiet was Jack Browner. For the first time in his career, he's produced a double-double in 3 straight games with 16 and a season-high 14 rebounds. Again, when you score 111 points, obviously you're going to have a pretty healthy scoring load. But break down the job that he did on the glass. Newberry can send a really long, athletic lineup against you, and it felt like he was tenacious down there.
He's just rugged. He's rugged. He's cut from a certain kind of fabric that I guess all them Browder guys got it. I guess it goes back to Mama and Daddy Browder, because all 3 of those brothers are something else now. But Jack, I mean, his performances speak for himself. I mean, you don't win this game today if he's not a force on the boards. It does not happen. They had 9 offensive rebounds in the first half. They had 6 the second for 15. But we knew that was a part of really their secret to success. They sort of bested us the first half on. I told the staff at halftime, like, they're working the recipe to win on the road. They're working the recipe to win. If we're not real careful, they're going to steal one here today. And thankfully, we bounce back, and then you see the not only the impact of Jack. Jack was obviously the one that's got collected the most of them, especially 12 defensive. Other guys helped him, but Jack's one of those guys. I just know what he's going to do. He's done it so often that I don't take it for granted necessarily. I just expect that he is a double-double guy. It's in the same way that I thought about Sean Jones.
Yeah.
It got to the point where it's like you just knew, you can almost count on him doing that. And so I expect it again, Jack. Over and over, Jack. So
4 in a row, Jack.
Yeah, there we go.
Turn your attention to the road. 2 road games next week. First at Tusculum on Wednesday, and then at Wingate on Saturday. Those 2 are playing right now in Greenville. Wingate's up 7 with 70 seconds left.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to get ready for J.T. Burton's Pioneers? Probably not the best season that he would have expected them to have, but you know they're going to play hard.
Doesn't matter. Records don't matter. There's a Super Bowl tomorrow, and there's a Super Bowl Wednesday. You get 2 Super Bowls this week, Kev. I just told our guys, like in the postgame, you guys better get rested, and we need to come here Monday and Tuesday with great practices, great preparation, because we will get Tusculum's A game. We will get their A game next Wednesday. The record may not indicate, but I know how J.T. Burton goes about his business. I know their staff functions. We have nothing but the utmost respect for how they have historically performed against us, and we know what to expect. But let me be clear on that. We know what we're getting our hands into come Wednesday.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk to you Wednesday in Greenville.
Great. Thanks, Kevin.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Continue on the Domino's postgame report with our Food City player of the game after this on the Eagle Sports Network.